Hi, everybody. Hello. How is everyone? Say hello when you come in. Let me show this. This is Fluid Friday. And so, as Maddie says, grab any fluid of your choice and let us know what's in your cup. I have water in my bottle, water tonight. And yeah, some people drink gin, Maddie, and juice or blood of an ox. I don't know why you put that, but we don't judge. Whatever you want, let us know what you're drinking. I'm going to put it up. Hi, Emily. Hot cocoa. Hi, Carlos. Thank you for sharing. I am going to change something as I like. Let's see if I can change our oh, no, I can't. Not right now. I don't know how to change that. I like the comments to be, like really big. So let me bring that back. There we go. Hi everybody. I'm going to be doing tarot tonight. You guys know that I tweaked my shoulder and I'm doing self-healing, energy healing. And so it is just about maybe 2 more days. It'll be 100%. So I am going to attempt tarot readings. I want to get back into it because I have a whole bunch of scheduled ones. Also, just FYI, I think that in January, I'm going to start offering private readings. So stay tuned for that. I do readings, and I have for years on a site. And I think I'm going to open that up to, the internet. So I'm better, everybody. Thank you so much. Hi, Marianne. You're drinking grape juice. I love grape juice. Do you guys like purple or white? I love white grape juice. I think there's a difference in taste. So, yeah, always good. All right. Hot cocoa is really good, Emily. Whipped cream. I'm not the marshmallow person, And Carlos, you're drinking water like I am because Maddie's going to ask everybody, right? Purple grape juice is very yummy. Very, very yummy. I used to take like a lemon lime soda and white grape juice, and because I really don't drink alcohol. And so that would be what I could drink, for the holidays or something like that. Tonight, I'm going to look at either general questions, general reading, or do you want me to look at your holiday? Okay, I could do that. Or December, January, and February, 3 months. The rest of this month, January and February. So I know it has a lot of sugar, but moderation, right? Never like alcohol. I gotta say, Carlos, I really love football, and I always like it once a year, pizza and a beer. But I drink like I know, it drives my family crazy. I only drink a quarter cup, not even 1/2 cup of beer when I drink it, which would only be once a year or less, because everything else, except for a margarita. So I have to stay away from margaritas. They really taste good. So, anyway, Maddie should be coming in. So quickly, you need to be 18 or older to get a reading from us. No health, please. No legal, including pregnancy. We don't do that. And if you could not use a proper name. So if somebody's name was, don't use Jamie or David or, Sue. Don't do that. Say person of interest. It can be work-related person. You can say love interest, anything, but don't say their name because we won't put it up there. All right. And let's see. We randomly select. Please, please, please. Nobody's done it yet. Please give us a thumbs up, a like, so that we can get that algorithm that Maddie talks about and takes us through the internet and we grow. That would be really great. Please subscribe to Matty Tarot on YouTube if you could, if you haven't yet, because Maddie needs to build up people there, subscribers. It doesn't cost anything, and that would be wonderful. And if you could, Psychic Fixes, or if you're coming through Facebook, you can like Psychic Fixes page. I'm going to be working more on that page and getting more interactive and things like that. It's been so busy that I haven't had a chance to really get in there and really do fun things. I love giveaways and things like that. I think the closer to maybe next week, we will be doing some giveaways. Usually I grant a wish from somebody. Tell me quickly, like if you wanted me to send you a gift for the holidays, what would it be? What would it be? But I don't know if I can get that together in time. So we'll probably just pick a Friday, something like that. We'll spin the wheel. The wheel's over there. There it is, right there. And we'll give away some prizes. But I want to know what would you guys want? Thank you. Is it Arcana? Thank you. Wow, that was great. Please, thank you for subscribing to those. And okay, I'm done shuffling right there. I want to tell you what I just did. Lottery ticket. I was at the store. You know why I like this one? It calls to me with the sparkles, right? Peppermint payout. So I'm scratching and I see that my numbers are 1 and 4. I need a 1 and a 4, and I'm getting to the bottom of it, right? And I go to I let's manifest for this. And I said, I need a 1 and a 4. I need a 1 and a 4. I'm going to show you what came up. Right where my finger is, 14. It is not one of my numbers. My number is a 1 or a 4. And I manifested a 1 and a 4. Give me a 1 and a 4. And I scratched it. It was 14. Ain't not a winner. So be careful about how you manifest. Arcana. If you can redo your question, take out the person's name and just say person of interest. Does that person have feelings for you, or say love interest? Does my love interest have feelings for me? Okay. Because I can't put that up there if you put somebody's name in. Okay. So rewrite it and post that. All right. So you guys can start putting things there. Dex is asking, hope we're warm during winter weather. So everybody, he's, hopefully you guys are. I hear there's a big storm up Wisconsin, and I don't look at weather. Sometimes I do within the world, but within the United States, they've got some cold weather. Here it is 80 degrees. So we're nice and warm. I'm always cold, so I'm upstairs and I'm wearing, a vest and all of that. Let me look. I'm looking at what you're writing. Okay. Okay. Dex, you only want to know about December? I mean, that's fine. Okay. Carlos, what is your weather? It's so cold outside. What's your weather? We just got fire warnings because it's so warm here till the 11th. Oh, Emily, you say it's cold as hell? Well, I guess, why wouldn't hell be hot or cold, depending on the person, what they don't like, You guys, I'd like to know before I get started, and Maddie's going to be on here. Do you guys believe in hell? Do you believe like the brimstone in hell? Do you believe that? Let me know. Yes, no. This is your yes, no question. Is there a hell? And do you want to send someone there? I had a client that just really out and out said, you know, that she wanted the ex to go to hell. She said some other things too, but I can't repeat. So, Halifax, UK, England. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for coming in. 37 degrees, Carlos says where he's at. Marianne says 36. Ooh, with wind. Oh, New York City by the water. Gayleen says no on hell. So tell me. And then post your questions now. I'm going to go ahead and select, and we're going to get going and get this stuff done. I do not have my phone with me, so I do not know if I have a message from Matty or not, but we're just going to get started. Marie says hell is now on this planet. Yeah, a lot of people subscribe to that. Yeah. Maria, this is a free reading. We believe that everybody should be able to get a quality, really good reading, and money shouldn't be a problem. And you know where I got that from? And I've met Sylvia Brown a couple of times, and she's deceased now, but I met her. She's very nice. But I always felt strongly when she charged enough to for a house payment when she was in her heyday. What do and so really the people that had money or scraped together the money to pay her, they had to have had money. So there was a barrier there for people to get one of her readings, which I really feel she was pretty good. I think that things started failing her at the end of her life when she did readings. But I thought in her heyday, she was, at least what I saw, she was getting a lot of stuff. But can you imagine? I can't imagine. And I said, so people that don't have money or are paying their bills or are living paycheck to paycheck, they can't get a reading. They can't get guidance from the other side because of that barrier, of that wall of how high it is to get a reading. So that's why we're here giving free readings. If you want to tip us $1, $2, $3, Starbucks money, that's fine. That's up to you, but this is free. Okay. I haven't looked at any messages, but I'm going to right now. Carlos is drinking a hot chocolate and watching movies. I've been watching movies. I subscribe to, the romance channel, which is, fun. And they have all the Christmas movies. I've been looking at that. Okay. Okay, let me look. Oh, so I can look at your holiday. I can look at a question, and I see Maddie coming in. Or I can look at December, January, and February. That would work. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So sorry.
That's okay. It's good. We've been talking, and people have been saying what they've got in their cup. And, I'm just starting to pick somebody.
Okay, lovely. Hi, everybody. Fluid Friday.
Oh, your message about hell, Leanne. I'll have to go back and look at it. We were discussing if there's a real hell or not.
What do you think?
My gosh. This is what I believe. I know there's an other side. And so why not be an other side for people that, are going to dwell in, some bad stuff, bring it over. They need a place to go.
Yeah, I think here's what I think. I think that we live multiple lives. And I think at a certain frequency, if you want to call it that, we no longer manifest in this 3D reality. We move on to maybe a light body or some other dimensional plane that we're not fully aware of yet. But I feel like you either you either go up toward that or you move down. And I don't think there's actually a place where people are burning in eternal suffering, but I do believe that the spirits and beings that are here haunting things that are like in, you know, maybe they're stuck. And I think they have ascended down, or not ascended because ascension is up, right? But they have gone down, and they're stuck in that low realm and kind of need guidance back toward the light. And to which where they could manifest through life multiple times again until, you know, essentially moving on from this 3D physical. That's what I think.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, we've been talking about all kinds of stuff. I bought this scratcher tonight, and I scratched before I manifested. And my girlfriend and I used to manifest, drive to the drugstore, and then we would go in, and we were still manifesting, and we always got winning tickets. And then so I was scratching off, and I have a 1 and a 4. I need a 1 and a 4. So I was scratching off the last 2 numbers, and I said, I need a 1 and a 4 instead of 1 or a 4. And I got 14. Freaking 14. I'm going to scratch. Now I need a 1 and a 4. I'm giving you directions and commanding energy. And I got 14, which is not winning. No winning number. Be careful how you manifest.
Emily Lorenz Bradley. Yes, a tank top in the winter. I live in San Diego. It's not that cold.
It's like 80 today.
Not that cold. Yeah, it was bright 68. And sunny today.
Yeah. And we're under a fire danger warning now till the 11th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a tsunami warning just the other day because of that huge earthquake in Northern California, but they canceled it.
Within like an hour it was canceled. We've had it too. We get it too when there's an earthquake, but nothing ever happens. So
right until it does. Until it does.
Right? Yeah, until it wipes out all the $1 million mansions.
Sweeping them off away into the canyons.
Yeah. Yeah, that 7.0, that's pretty big.
That was,
my friend Janine, we were talking about, not long ago, we were talking about earthquakes. And we're both, thinking we felt something was going to go, but she had a dream, but her earthquake she sees as like an 8.1. She remembers 8.1. And I'm like, oh, that's going to wipe all of us out if that comes.
The infrastructure here in California is like built for huge earthquakes. Like, I mean, a 7 is huge elsewhere, and it might do devastation in like another country maybe, but like here it just like, I don't know, a couple books fall off the shelf and it's not a big deal, but I know it can still become devastating. Like, it doesn't mean it's going to hold up forever, but
yeah, no, it can, the way that they build up, and the 8.1 would be devastating.
And 8.1 is pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But we are, we've had the whole freeways fall down and stuff like that. So we've reinforced everything. We're pretty savvy about that. So, but anyway, I think everybody's safe. I didn't get any news that there was anything that happened. So
it is a myth. If you got, for anyone who wants to know, it is a myth that you should get in a doorway during an earthquake. That is not safe. Don't do that. It's probably the least safe place you could go is in a door frame.
Why?
Because
forced.
No, if the structure falls, you'll get mangled. You should go under something, under a table, under a couch, if you can't get out, go under something like a bed. But don't stand in the doorway or near a window.
Yeah. They always talk about don't run out.
So you're not. But if it's one of the ones that is like this and it feels like you're on a wave, you have about 30 seconds to 1 minute before it starts shaking.
Oh,
So if it's like a wave and if
yeah.
there's a door right next to you, you could go outside.
There's so many different kinds. The ones
Yeah.
that start rattling right away, and then that one where you feel like
You feel like you're in a wave pool.
yeah,
That one's
yeah.
fun.
Whee! It's an earthquake.
Okay, let's get to the readings.
Yeah. I'm gonna just grab the first one I see. Uh, Jackie Johnson. Jackie Johnson. I like that. And a Virgo from Tennessee. It's currently 23 degrees and drinking a cola. Okay. I'm going to quickly mute and then I'm going to get some cards.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking through here. Jackie Johnson. I love it. Virgo from Tennessee. Hello, Tennessee. It's currently 23 degrees there. Oh my gosh. I am drinking a 23 degrees. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. I was watching this documentary about it's like I don't remember where it was, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in Russia. It's like these people living in the coldest place on Earth, and well, parts of Antarctica are colder, but nobody lives there. So the coldest place on Earth where people like reside.
Was it Siberia?
Probably.
They always send them on the train to Siberia, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think it actually was Siberia, but either way, the daily life of living that way is crazy. They were showing like what they have to do to get a fire going and how they have to keep warm, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And pretty much your whole day consists of shoveling around snow, and then you barely get anything done because it's so freaking cold. It sounded crazy.
I have to take just 3 more cards for Jackie.
Emily, was your friend a scientist, or they're on an expedition for like they were a photographer or a geologist, archaeologist, maybe?
Crazy, just crazy.
You can live in Antarctica. I don't think so. I think you can live there if you like.
Where's at?
I'm looking this up.
Oh, Antarctica with the penguins. Okay. I'm thinking the Arctic. All right. Jackie, I'm ready. And can I go, Matty? Are we good?
Antarctica has no permanent residence, but people do live there seasonally as part of research or
study the penguins and
yes. Okay. Temporary.
All right. Jackie, the card that is a huge card that comes down for you. It's a card of transformation and a big change in your life. This is what you want. I want the big change to come. And, that's what you're manifesting in. And it's so positive. It's a real positive card. It's a big card in the tarot. So stay that way. If you want to transform and you want to do something differently or live differently, that can happen because I get you manifesting that in. You have good news just over you right now. Good news. I'm going to give you a little bit too, but a little bit of good news energy over you. I get some love coming in the future for you. Maybe just a little romance or a little, get together or something, but I get a little romance in the future. I do feel like you have psychic ability. Maybe you have communicated with the other side, people on the past that are in the past or something, because I get the moon card. Moon card can mean paranormal activity, you guys, things like that. But it is psychic ability, communication, and messages with the other side. So I think, Jackie, you've already done this or experienced it. They're showing me on your path right now, just doing a general reading. I feel like it's showing me that there'll be challenges. Sometimes it's hard to go forward. You don't want to go backwards. You're hanging in there. When this happens, just talk to Archangel Michael and say, clear my path. I want to go. I don't want any obstacles in my way. I also get investment coming. I feel like in your gut, you're going to say, this is a good deal. This is something that'll make money. I see you getting this investment, but it is slow growing. Is it going to make money? Yeah, it's going to make a lot of money, but it's going to take time to make that money. Okay. I also do get this card. It's a Seven of Swords. And sometimes this means that we have a secret, we're not telling something, or somebody's not telling me. I wanted to find out what it was, so I took three more cards. Um, I think the thing is that you may not be telling people some things, and people that you might work with, um, and I don't get anything bad happening here, so I don't have anything bad around it, but it's like, well, I'm not going to tell them. And that's okay. Okay. I just want to make sure nobody was keeping something from you. So this is, just, sometimes we have to just not say something. So I think it's very benign, but it has to do with people around, what you might think you're working with people or doing something with people. Just keep it to yourself. I do get that you're going to get a reward, like something you really want is going to come in. It's your ship. It goes out empty, comes back full of treasure. You get a reward, very much deserved. There's going to be a time that you feel like something happens and you feel like, well, I can't do anything about that. I have no control over this. We always have control because we can manifest. Even if we ourselves feel like, I cannot do a thing, like I can't go do anything about this, I have no control over this. We can pray and we can use the law of attraction to make sure that we're keep going. We can have some control over things, and we want to keep going forward. We want to see clearly what's ahead, and we don't want to pause and be stuck. So don't let that happen. Always start your prayers, any ritual work that you do. If you do that, just keep going forward and do the law of attraction. I do see as the ultimate outcome card a new opportunity for you, like a new career offer, something like that. Very, very good. I feel happy and successful around that. And that's what I have for you, Jackie. Thanks for coming in.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay. I've chosen Maria Amethyst Celentine. Maria Amethyst Celentine. Or almost like selenite, but not Celentine. Okay. She says, I'd really like a question about my future. I have difficulties with my partner. I'm wondering how this will evolve with F and me. Will it be done forever, or will we continue to be together? So I don't think, I'm just going to say it outright, and I'll explain. I don't think that this person is right for you. And I think that what has happened and what has the course of actions and course of events has transpired for a reason. This person, there could, I don't want to say this is for sure, but if you've had this like gut feeling about, wait, what?
I was clicking on something and I brought up somebody else. So can you bring the person back up?
It's okay.
Oops.
If you've had a gut feeling about something going on behind your back, with this person being like unfaithful, that is coming out a little bit here, a little bit of energy. It's not saying for sure. So I don't want to say for sure, but there is a little bit of third party energy here. Now I want to be very clear though. Don't just run with assumptions, because a lot of the time, when you don't have all the information, it's best to not assume anything. It does no good to make a negative assumption or a bad assumption. It quite literally does no benefit to you or the other person or the situation. So if you don't trust the person enough to be able to ask them, and you're going to trust their answer, then you don't need to be with them. You don't need to be with them because you can't trust them, and you have nothing without trust. Okay, so that's first and foremost. The challenge you're facing right now is the negative lens that you are viewing things through. you're viewing through a lens of how do you say, a lens of your own self-doubt and self limiting beliefs. So everything is being filtered through that lens. So you may misperceive things, you may misconstrue things, and you may see something that's happening and think, oh, that, you know, that person made that face, or they said that thing in that way because they are trying to press my buttons or get at me or do something or get under my skin, or this person's conniving in some way. And that's just not the case. There's a veil that you're seeing, that I'm sorry, there's a filter you're seeing through, and it is a negative self-reflection filter, essentially, that causes you to maybe misperceive and kind of be I don't want to say overly sensitive, because I don't think that people are overly sensitive. Like, your emotions are your emotions and they're valid, but you may be getting hurt in areas that the person didn't actually mean bad, any harm toward you. But once you feel that way, you don't believe them, and you start to maybe see even more evidence, quote unquote, of the perceived hurt that they are causing you. It's really essential. Your challenge right now, it's really essential that because Spirit, okay, the Four of Cups is here. If Spirit's trying to hand you, the original depiction of the Four of Cups is the three cups are knocked over. The person's like pouting and looking at the three cups, all sad. And there's a cloud, Spirit trying to hand a fourth cup, but the person's so distracted and by how disappointed they are with the three cups that are spilled that they don't even see the fourth cup being handed to them. So it's kind of like, you know, a horse with blinders on, and like, it's just straightforward. When you're so focused on seeing something a certain way and not open-minded to the possibilities, and I'm not saying you're not an open-minded person, but sometimes our negative assumptions, our self-limiting beliefs, and our just overall viewpoint that is maybe a little blasé or bland about things can really blind us to the opportunities available around us every single day. I'll say this, every single second of the day, you have a new chance to make a different choice. Every single second of the day, you have a new chance to make a different choice. You don't have to sit there in shame. You don't have to sit there and wallow in you know, your pain. You can put that down, and you can make a new choice to start, to try and start again, to forgive yourself, to forgive others, even whatever is needed. I wanted to pull some of these cards as well. Ultimately, what you need to focus on is your pain. And I know that sounds counterintuitive about what I just said, but hear me out. You need to really feel it, because the thing is that when you're ruminating about the hurt that's been caused to you, or the things that, you know, how life's unfair, or how someone has, you know, how sad you are about something, when you're ruminating in it and you're playing these things over in your head, that's not actually a process of feeling that pain. You're prolonging it. Actually, you're adding to it at that moment. You're reinforcing by ruminating, instead of getting out of your mind and more into your body. So out of the mind, into the body. The mind doesn't know anything. It's going to go blah, 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 blah. That's why it always is thinking. It doesn't know. And you get into your heart, into your body, and you feel, and you allow that pain to come through. Cry if you have to. Feel, like, just try to describe what you're feeling. Journal it. Get it out. Write it. You know, there's many different ways. You know, art is a great way to transmute pain into power. Either way, though, you need to really feel it, because what you're doing right now is you're running from it, and you're reinforcing the story to keep, you know, that it's in a way romanticizing the pain. And I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, I had the same issue. I literally, one day I had this epiphany where I was like, I kind of, in a weird way, it sounds so weird to say, but it's subconscious. So it's like, you didn't know you were doing this, but in a weird way, I was romanticizing being the person that like has been hurt and my heart is like shattered and like I'm broken. And, in a way that was like part of my story. And I identified with it so heavily that it was difficult to let go. And when you do let it go, there's an empty space there that you have to fill now, right? And you're like, well, what do I put there? Like, how do you tell your story without your pain, right? You turn it into power. You have to find the silver lining. What, instead of focusing on how unfair it was, try to focus on what it taught you, what you were able to do with the cards you were dealt, and how you rose above it. When you start to focus on that, choosing you, choosing your health, choosing your future, and turning the lowest moments of your life into the most pivotal moments of your life that caused significant change to better yourself. When you can shift the perspective over to that, that is when you can let go of that romanticization of the pain story. I ultimately see you doing this. Your guardian angel here is the Chariot. This is a long journey. It's a bumpy road. You know how to navigate it, though. I always say this: you have a 100% successful track record of getting through every single bad day you've ever faced in your life. You do it every single time. So this is no different. You can get through this. You know what to do. You need to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, put one foot in front of the other. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. The future here is the Six of Pentacles. Ultimately, this is something that I think we all struggle with this, but really learning to give without expectation of receiving. When you can truly give, because you think about it like this. Okay, you had a lot of feelings for this person, right? But and you may say to yourself, oh, well, I do all these things for them because I'm a nice person, because I care about them, because I love them. But let's be real, what do you really want in return? You want their approval. You want their validation that they choose you. You want them to in a way give back to you, reciprocate, right? And of course everybody wants that, like when we're in a relationship, but really looking at it and separating the reason you're doing the things you're doing and giving what you're giving and going to the lengths you're going to. Is it fueled by a true desire to just give because, altruistically giving? Or is it fueled by a desire to be chosen, to be wanted, to be picked, to be worthy? So when you can see what's actually fueling it, you'll realize that's the energy that is running the show. So there's a huge shift when you're able to heal that part. So you're not reaching out and I don't want to say I don't like the word desperate, but for lack of a better word, desperately reaching out to try and get this, because we all desperately try to get our needs met. It doesn't matter in what way we're going about them. We will go to desperate lengths to get our needs met. That's just human nature, right? But so if we have that need, right, and especially if we're not aware of it, we're really holding on to people that really we should be letting go because they're not good for us. They're not good for our health, and they're not able to meet us where we want them to meet us. When you can separate that and you're able to start giving that to yourself, and then in your relationships, giving with an altruistic heart, truly because you want to, not because you need something in return, that is when a huge shift happens for you. I want you to remain hopeful. You have what you don't see coming is a glimmer of hope in this journey forward, and in the pain and in the unknown. Essentially, a glimmer of hope shines through. And I don't think this is in the form of this person coming back. I don't think that would actually be good for you. I think it's in you realizing your own power and taking it back. You've given it away. You've given a lot of your power away, not knowingly. You did it. You've done it unknowingly. So don't get on yourself for that. Like I said, every single second is a new chance to start over again. And you need to forgive yourself and move forward. Okay. The 3 energy cards that have come out. One more. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. You need to be cautious. Caution, right? Of the comfort zone. You're remaining in a comfort zone right now. And your comfort zone is the most uncomfortable place to stay. It will destroy you. It will leave you full of regret. It will make you look back and say, I should have done this. I should have done this. I can't believe I did that. Why did I wait so long? Why? Because you're staying in your comfort zone. So you need to lean into the discomfort a little bit and do so with trust. But you can't really do that. So I had this, I never realized, I had this revelation quite a while ago, but I never realized in my younger life that so much of the ability to have trust in your future, in the unknown, in a person, in a relationship, relies on how much self-confidence you have. When you're more confident in self and you really, truly, value yourself by setting boundaries, whatever it is, then it's so much easier to trust. Trust is really hard when you don't have a lot of self-confidence. So that's the root, and that's where you need to start. Okay. I hope you got something out of this. I hope it helps.
That was great. Good information. Let's see. Oh, we had one person gave us a heart. We have a lot of people watching.
Please like the show, you guys. It's very important. Hit the thumbs up. If you are watching this and you don't hit the thumbs up and you leave, the algorithm thinks you didn't like it. So it doesn't share it. It doesn't recommend it to other people. So hit the thumbs up. If you like our show and you want to see us grow, let the algorithm know by hitting the thumbs up.
Well, that could be a little jingle. Crystal, hi. Thank you for coming in and watching and requesting a reading. I have a general reading for you. Super good. Super good, by the way. Except for right now, the card that represents you has a little bit of heartache in it. Crossing over you and temporary energy is thinking about the future. Like, what do I really want? And this is a good thing. When we take time out to kind of look forward and what do we want, we can manifest that to come in. So I do get the temporary energy over you thinking about the future. I am going to tell you the future card says working well with other people, which is always really good. Past position shows there may have been maybe a wedding, a family reunion, or some good relationship thing. So I like that a lot. Now, what they're showing me, and I have no timing here, is that an idea is going to come. You're going to jump on it fast and you're going to successfully implement this idea that takes you in another direction. Very, very good. I also have the Emperor card, which is my card for a teacher or a mentor. This could be you or somebody that comes in and gives you some good advice or shows you how to do something. It's like another tool in your toolbox. So super good. I get a wish come true coming to you that you manifest in something you really, really want. Now let's talk about the Magician card. I mean, it just keeps getting better. Magician card is that creative card. It's getting ideas. Whenever I'm talking to someone who's an inventor, scientist, they're, creating apps or whatever they're doing, I get this card. So here we have money making ideas. We can just create things. It's super, super great. And I think this is what will be happening all your life. So super creative. But there's a time that's going to come, and I have the judgment here for you. So what this means is that there'll be a time that you just stop, you sit down and you go, it's time for new goals. I need to figure out what I desire. I need to put new goals and set them forward and go after them. And this is really a good thing. We need to all do this a few times in our lifetime. Reassess, maybe things need to be changed, and make decisions on that. So I do see this happening. Now I don't know if you're looking for a new house, or to fix your house up or to make it comfortable, or sometimes when I get the Empress card, it can be we're bringing someone into the home, in more in the feminine energy. But usually this is, hey, here's a new house. So I want to tell you, I feel like, whatever it is a good thing as far as the house goes, to fix it up, make it more comfortable, or get a new place to live. Definitely that's on your path. And that's what I have for you. Very good. Very good.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Hold on one second. Okay.
Oh, let me tell you what you just got.
I know. I just responded actually in the chat.
Oh, the reading was superb. Very good.
Alrighty, let's see.
I'm going to do Leanne next.
Okay, I had somebody, but I don't know where it went now. Oh, I want to say, I don't know who said it. I think it was Marie Lynn Ache or Hache Ache. Anyway, she said something about minus 17 degrees. What the?
Oh.
Ah!
Oh.
No, that's crazy.
Well.
Minus 17. Okay, yeah, just like.
Okay. We need to get a rescue party right now for her.
Yeah,
no. Go get her.
Just like build the fire under me at that point. Like,
oh
just
my
cook me.
gosh. I couldn't. I'm allergic to cold and hot. I would be a mess.
Okay, let's see. Where did they go?
Okay. Look at all these new people. Yay. Do like and share the show.
Here we go.
And thank you for coming in. And I'm going to go off while I get Leanne some cards.
All right. I have chosen dextrose. What do I need to know about this month? Okay. Oops. Not oops. Okay. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Moon. Okay. What you don't see coming, the Nine of Cups. So, dextrose, what you need to know is there's something that you've made a commitment to, maybe whether it's a person or something, or like an endeavor, but it is not what it seems. Somebody either is being deceitful, maybe, or this possibly could mean that it's just, it's not the thing you should be doing. Maybe, I mean, this could totally not be talking about somebody, and it could be talking about maybe you're going forward with something that you're not actually wanting to do, but you feel obligated, and it's a betrayal of self to do that, actually. So you in a way could be this betrayal could be a reflection of maybe you not speaking up. Either way, there's a transition happening, and maybe this transition is due to some sort of betrayal you felt. This isn't really... intuition came out. This isn't really being clear here about what exactly it is, but hopefully this is making sense to you. Either way, what is required is you need to listen to your gut, your intuition, essentially. You need to listen and be careful, because the intuition operates in two places. In our mind, where we're perceiving this feeling, right? Because intuition is just feeling. It's not like, coming through and speaking. There's feelings and there's energy, and we our intuition picks up on it, and then our mind deciphers it in a certain way. But our mind is really, really able to be, how do you say, conditioned and shaped, and it's really, what's the word? Influenceable? No, that's not a word. What is the word? It's you know what I mean? It's easily influenced. The mind can be easily influenced. So what I'm saying though is that the intuition operates in the mind and in the gut, but your central nervous system and your self inner critic operate in those spaces as well. So you got to be careful because a lot of times people will be like, oh, I just have a gut feeling about this, when really it's just they're triggered and they are feeling uncomfortable because of something in the environment that's happening. So make sure you're actually listening to your intuition and not just your triggers and your, response, your doubt, your own inner critic telling you that like this is what this is, and you can tell the difference because your intuition is usually the voice that comes in really quickly, right in the beginning, says that you have that little thought of like, and then you immediately start doubting that thought. And you're like, no. And you come up with all the reasons why that's not true. Well, that thought in the beginning was your intuition. And then your inner critic was like, no, don't listen to that. We don't want to change. We want to hold on right here and we're going to stay here. So, because that's what the inner critic does. So that's how you know what your intuitive thoughts are. Also, same thing. If you have a gut feeling about something and you feel, but then you start getting all these doubts about it, that's your intuition trying to tell you something. Okay. So you gotta pull that message out and listen to where you're being directed, because right now it's very important. You're going through some sort of transition, some sort of change. There's something you must let go of here. And move on from, essentially, because everything you want and desire is on the other side of that journey, that process. You will gain. You've got to clear out the mess to make room for the new things to come in, right? There's a lot of anger attached to the situation. So again, it makes me think that this might be having to do with somebody that maybe betrayed you, maybe lied to you, maybe, or maybe you don't know that that's happened yet. But, or maybe maybe you're mad at yourself. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're mad at yourself about something and you just you beat yourself up a lot. I'm getting more of that energy. You beat yourself up a lot. But there's this anger in you, and you should, when you understand anger, it becomes a lot easier to manage, because anger is a result of feeling like something was unfair, or there was a disservice, or an injustice done to you. Something was taken from you, or you were disrespected, and in many ways, anger is one of those compounded emotions that it builds and builds and builds, and then starts to become irrational when it gets too heavy and too much. Because really what's happening is, like I was saying to the previous person, you're looking through a lens of that anger, and so everything's distorted, essentially, when there's a lot of anger. But the root of anger is pain. There's something you're hurt over. And the more you can recognize that and accept that and start to look at those things and speak about them, be vulnerable and talk, and, work through that anger will go away, because it's a symptom. I think emotions are so cool, because literally they are our indicators that tell us about our environment, and they're trying to guide us to our best, most fulfilling life. When they're literally symptoms of things. So, but we don't look at them like that, and so it becomes really convoluted. But yeah, no, anger is a symptom of pain. When you're hurt and you feel, most of the time when people have a lot of anger, it's because they feel like they can't talk about it. They feel like a burden to speak about it, and they don't want to put that on other people. But you can't bottle it all up inside either, because it will eat you alive. There's an I think it's like a Japanese tale of this. It's like, okay, so a man in a forest, and he's walking, and there's a dog, and the dog is very vicious and starts growling at him and showing his teeth. And he at first is like, oh, what a nasty beast. Like, this is ew. Like, I don't want to. He's like very put off by the dog, and like, you know, kind of scared of it. And, oh my gosh, sorry. Anyway, yeah. And then he keeps walking, and from a different angle, he sees that the dog's leg is in a bear trap, and the bear trap is clamped up on the dog's leg. And he realizes the dog is scared, and the dog is hurt, and the dog needs help, and the dog needs somebody to show him love. And so as soon as he kneels down and starts to gently move toward the dog's still growling, but the more he gently moves toward it and shows him compassion, the dog then calms down and starts to wag its tail and then allow the man to touch him, and really start, and it starts wincing. It starts like, you know, like, you know, in need of help. And it's just, it's a, I don't know what to call it, but it's a story that is told to show that behind that big, angry, loud, vicious person is somebody who's really hurt and needs to be loved and needs to be heard. So I think it's time that the moon here shows that you need to kind of dive into that and take a deeper look at it in order to stop betraying yourself. Self-sabotage, essentially. Yeah, disruption. The self-sabotage, the anger and self-sabotage cause a lot of disruption in your life. And the only way you'll get the only way you'll stop that is to address the deeper root cause of it. Okay. I'm going to pull a crystal card to close out your reading. Ulexite. Ulexite. This clear, beautiful stone can magnify almost anything placed under it. Bringing things such as visions and dreams into focus is one of its most powerful traits. Extremely useful in meditation. Gazing into the stone can help you see what is in another's heart. I think this is... okay, I'm trying to decipher the message, but I think the message is trying to say that, you know, oftentimes if you have a lot of anger, and you're seeing through a negative lens of anger, and you're kind of saying like, oh, people suck, and like nobody's really, you know, genuine, and whatever it is. I don't know if those are your exact thoughts, but I'm sure there's something around there that happened. And you need to realize, though, getting back in touch with the humanity aspect of things, everybody, and I mean everyone, it does no good to compare pain stories, because everybody universally is at their threshold of pain. Meaning, you know, we can sit here and logically say, the person who burnt their cookies, and that's the worst thing that's ever happened to them in their life, they failed a test and burnt their cookies, versus the person who's been, you know, sexually abused or been, you know, beaten or whatever. Like, obviously, logically, one's worse than the other. No one's denying that. However, the person over here that's burnt their cookies and failed their test, they've never experienced anything worse. They don't know anything worse. I mean, maybe you can tell somebody about something, but until you've actually experienced it, you don't know. You've never felt it. So that person's at their threshold of pain. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Whereas on the other side, that's the worst thing that's happened to that person. And until something worse happens to them, they don't know any worse, right? So looking at it that way, every single person on this planet, it's one of the very, I think it's kind of messed up, but it's also beautiful. One of the most beautiful things that we are all suffering. That's the thing we have in common as a whole. We're all here. We're all human. We're all suffering. Okay. Everyone's at their threshold of pain. So giving people a little bit more grace, if you're able to, would do you very well, because it would allow you to also it would allow you to also let go of some things and be able to forgive yourself and give yourself that grace too. It's very important. Okay. I hope you got something from this reading, and I hope it helped.
Wow, that was great. I told Leanne where she lives very cold tonight that I would give her a general reading. So here we go. Hi, Leanne. Thank you for coming in. Um, I have some extra cards here so I could get some clarity on some of the things. But I want to tell you, I want to make sure that you are hiring your energy level and positive, vibes and energy, because it does show me kind of a low level here. This represents you. Now, crossing you in temporary energy is the idea of um, like you have something built up and you've done something a certain way and you're ready for a change. You're ready to go in a different direction because your future lies in a different direction. Right now, that's just temporary energy, but still, I feel like it might be something you're thinking about. In the future, I have my trip card, even though it's my healing and going in the right direction. I'm going to say there may be a trip for you in the future. Past position, I think you came to the conclusion that you set down, and you also have the judgment card in the past where it's like, I need some fresh goals and desires. And so I feel like you've already gone through that, which is good. We need to know where we're going and what we want out of life. They're showing me for your reading, working well with people. It's also showing me a relationship card, which can be an event. So there may be a wedding or celebration, a family thing. Very, very good, celebration here. Now, I do want to tell you here in the middle of the reading, I get the sadness, feeling a loss. Sometimes it's grief card here. But I did ask them, what would this feeling be about? And they're telling me about money, either career or a promise of money coming. So I feel like that isn't going to happen. It also shows me that from there you go, "Well, that's fine. I'm going to have a positive attitude and I'm going to go on my merry way. I'm going to take a new path." And this is really, really good for you. So you have my investment card. So when you go on this new path, there will be money. It's just a wait for the money. So if you're expecting money to come, I don't see that happening, whether it's a new job, a new stream of money, new project. And you see it's going to be coming. I feel like it's not, but this new path that you go on, I see an investment that will make a lot of money for you. It just takes time. Um, Now I do have a caution card for you. When I see this rushing card, sometimes if I was doing a relationship and I can see one of the people that aren't committing, but this isn't this. This is a caution. Don't rush into something. It says it's about making a big change in where you live or in your lifestyle, transforming to something else. There definitely gave me another card after that that says wait, wait. So your caution is, if you decide, hey, I'm going to go and really change my life, they're saying it's better for you to wait to make that decision. Okay. And that's what I have for you. And thank you for tuning in, and I'm sure it was a big time difference for you. So thanks so much, Leanne.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. We greatly appreciate your support. Um, is it raining? Oh no, it's not. That's something. I was like, it just started pouring. No, it didn't. Anyway, we greatly appreciate your support. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Pacific at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is the end of our show. So please come back Monday if we didn't get to you today. Even if we did get to you, come back Monday. Support us. Support us. No, I'm kidding. No, but we really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And is there anything you'd like to say, Debbie?
Well, Leanne, when I saw that I had the grief card, she said she just lost a family member.
Oh.
And I'm so sorry. I typed that in. We're so sorry for you. Please, our condolences.
Yeah. My heart goes out to
And
you.
we're going to be here though Monday, so come back. And if you didn't get a reading, because there are so many new people, please just write. I was just here Friday, and I didn't get a reading because there's so many people I wanted to do a reading for. But
Yeah, Hazel Tree. Thank you for joining. I don't think you've been in here before. I haven't seen your name before,
I
but
don't think so
if
either.
you would come back Monday and put your inquiry in, your question, we will definitely get to you then. Okay.
Okay, you guys, it's time for us to go. Have safe couple of days, the weekend for us. I know some of you are ahead of us. I'm sure in time, but everybody take care. And next week's going to be fun because Maddie, I said we're going to have maybe a Friday where we give away prizes. We give away
Yes.
some stuff.
Yes. That'll be
It'll
fun.
be fun. We'll have some games. It'll be great.
In the
All
Christmas
right,
spirit, a holiday spirit, I should say.
holiday.
For anyone who doesn't celebrate, yeah, holiday
Yeah.
spirit. Okay, thank you guys. Have a lovely weekend. We appreciate all of you. Be safe, and we'll see you on Monday, 6:30.